Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be discussing 7 ways to add an example to your essay. I'll be providing you with a linking word to connect your idea to your essay and collocations to use and give example. All right. But before going ahead, please subscribe to my channel and click the bell button. So, shall we begin? Look, examples is a nice way to support your ideas, right? And instead of using for example, you can use some other words. Like for instance. For instance is the word which you can use for exactly as for example. Like many people prefer job contentment over high pay packages. For instance, Harry Miller, a well-known author, left his highly paid job to follow his passion for inner peace. So, exactly where you are using, for example, you can state for instance. Next is such as. Such as is used to state give the examples, like in between, most of the times in between the essay. Like nations such as Canada have a record of welcoming refugees from all parts of the world. Or the seasonal fruits such as mangoes, pears, and grapes should be preferred over the canned ones. So these are the ways in which we can use such as. But take care of one thing, that when you are giving just one example after such as, you do not have to put any comma. But if you have to state more than one example, like mangoes, pears, and grapes, you have to put comma before such as. All right. Next is like. Like and such as, they can be used interchangeably. Okay. But like is more informal and such as is more formal word. Then it's to illustrate. To illustrate means to show. It's a nice way to give your example in the paragraph. Like to illustrate this, a report from WHO showed a large proportion of people having diabetes had hypertension too. Most of the times it's used in the beginning of the sentence. Okay. Then as an example. The sentence structure can be changed, but if like when you use as an example, like a report from WHO can be taken as an example, which showed a large proportion of people having diabetes also suffered from hypertension. So this is the way in which you can use this word. It comes in between, right? Then is namely. Namely is used when you need to give the example with the specifications. Like the archaeological findings opens up the world of historical people, namely the Aryans. Means we are talking about this specific race and not any other. All right. Last is the best exemplified by. This is also a beautiful way to give an example. Like, this is best exemplified by the court's decision to show no mercy to the terrorists. So, this is best exemplified. This is a phrase which you can use in the beginning and can be followed by the example that you want to state. All right. So, all these are the ways by which you can connect or link your ideas to examples to your ideas. Now I'll be telling you the collocations which are used with example, with the word example. Like the classic or the prime example of this is this. You can be followed by your example. Then magnificent or fine example, like the magnificent example or the fine example of the skill of architects is shown by the buildings formed in that era, made in that era, built in that era. So that ways. Next is obvious. When you have to state an example which is very clear, all right, so then you use the word obvious. Next is oft quoted or much quoted. This is used to state the example which is very famous, like any famous personality or any famous person, popular person, well-known person. When you need to give example of that person, you can use oft quoted. All right. So these are the few collocations and words which you can use. I think it was really helpful to you. So that's for now today. And stay motivated, keep practicing, keep watching, keep supporting. Good luck, guys.